Well, it's week 7 of LCS with coverage brought to you by Alienware, and I'm joined right now by Vincent Wang, triumphant after casting down the Cloud9 gods, and boy golly, does he have so much energy for this interview right now. He can't contain himself. I was just talking to him right before this. He was bouncing off the walls. He went crowd surfing through the Corona field. Anyway, so let's talk about this. You just beat C9 in what was a very hype match. You smashed him in less than 30 minutes. I think it was like 26 minutes something. And you seem to feel nothing.
Nothing. I think we had a really good comp for us. It was just our comfort zone. It felt really good to win, of course. It is a regular season match, so it doesn't matter as much. But you can kind of see like the improvement when we get like a comp that we understand. So it does feel good. And people really hyped in comps, like a little bit too hyped, I think. So it's nice, but there's a long road, so.
Why was it that game felt so much more bloody than some of the other games I've seen in the LCS? I mean, it felt like they would do there's these big, long team fights. They'd go to a replay of the team fight, and when they got out of the replay, you'd be back in a team fight. So what was it about that game that just sparked so much action?
Just two extremely high-level teams just going at it with each other, you know? We're just contesting every objective. Like, we're not giving it up. Like, we think we're strong. They think they're strong. And we're kind of just – I think they played really poorly as well. They kind of just went for plays or contested areas in the map that they weren't really supposed to. And that might be working for, like, other teams. They're like, oh, yeah, we're Cloud9. Like, we get to do what we want. But I think we tracked them really well. We had really good vision on them for most of the game, so we had really good info.
Yeah, I mean, do you think that that's what it was? Because I feel like a lot of people watching that game will say, wow, these teams looked really good, but you seem to feel as though perhaps that wasn't the highest level of competition between the two games, or two teams.
I think C9 got punished a lot, and we abused, like, their comp weaknesses. Like, if they don't have flash, we kind of just went on them. We have a really good wombo comp, so they just kind of got outplayed in team fights, whereas they need to play a lot more slowly, like with poke, with pressure, and they weren't really able to do that, which is strange because that's one of Cloud9's strengths. So when a pressure comp kind of goes behind, it looks really one-sided.
Yeah, so again, I'm just following up on this. I think a lot of TSM fans or a lot of LCS fans might be like, yes, TSM has risen up to Cloud9's level, and Cloud9 tweeted something like, finally competition halfway through that game. But you're not seeing this as like the sign that it's all up and up right now.
No, we shouldn't get ahead of ourselves, because last time we got ahead of ourselves, we went 0-2. And we only go 2-0 or 0-2, so ideally we don't go 0-2 next week, and we go 2-0 this week.
Yes.
But
you guys play tomorrow, Monday?
We play FlyQuest tomorrow.
Okay. How do you think that's going to go?
They're also a really good team, and obviously I want to win. And according to our record, we should be winning tomorrow, because we only go 2-0 or 0-2.
Why is that?
All or nothing.
I mean, but do you feel like there's some difference in the way that you guys are playing when you do the 2-0 over the 0-2, or is it just like coincidence that like you just right now maybe you guys are an inconsistent team and that's what leads you to these records?
So my theory is that when we lose a lot of scrims, we win on stage. And it's been like this on every team that I've been on, except for CLG when we're really bad because we just lost every scrim and on stage anyway. But normally, if you do win a lot in scrims, you get overconfident and you end up like you enter into scenarios where like you haven't been on like in scrims. Yeah. So we lost a lot of games in scrims this week. That means we're gonna win on stage.
Was a lot of people before this match had predicted C9 to go undefeated. And right now it's getting darker out here because the clouds are coming. But they had predicted them to go undefeated and thought that they were like basically had finals in the bag. Does this show that perhaps they're not as solid as everybody thought they were?
I think they still are really good. They have their fundamentals down really well. But they still have to play continuously at this level if they want to be good at playoffs, because playoffs is going to be a whole different patch. You're on a more level even playing field when you have to adapt to the patch, and if it's like a bad patch for C9, it could easily shift like another way. So I think they'll still be really, really good. Like even when other teams have gone like undefeated or very close to undefeated in regular season, they sometimes like fall off if they don't keep practicing really, really hard. So that would be the main issue for C9, but they're poised for a very good finish.
Towards the end of this interview, I do want to ask you about one thing, because you used to lane with him, and also you're pals with him. But obviously the biggest topic going into this week, I feel like, is Doublelift getting benched from Team Liquid. Maybe just curious about what your reaction is, and if you have any impressions on how that all is going down.
Well, Peter is like a really, really amazing player. He's one of the best in LCS, or if not like one of the world, just of how many like titles he's won. So it feels really strange that he got subbed out for Tactical, who is like a rookie AD carry. I'm sure that he'll climb back up, and he's really, really good. If it's like motivation issues, I'm sure he'll get it back. And it feels very strange not having him in the LCS. And at the same time, it must feel really bad for him to not play, because after he got subbed out, TL was like looking really, really good. So that must be a lot of like inner drive for him. And I hope he gets back his spot.
Well, anything you want to say here? Oh, by the way, it's cosplay week here at LCS. Did you know that?
Yeah, I'm cosplayed right now.
Okay.
You just can't see it. It's a really high-tech cosplay.
Gotcha. Yeah. Anything you want to say to any of the fans?
Thanks, guys. Stay safe out there.
Thank you so much for the interview. For everyone else, stay safe out there. This is Travis Gafford reporting from the LCS. You know what's nice and cool and refreshing, like this cup of ice? A great Alienware monitor. That's right. Frame rate so silky smooth that you'll just feel brand new whenever you sit down in front of it for the first time. Alienware.com/Travis. Travis 10 off. There's a link in the video description. They're also doing a giveaway. And so same link. You go to Alienware.com/Travis down there. You'll be able to enter the giveaway yourself. And you can win a monitor and a desktop. And if you enter through that, it's actually super helpful for me, because a lot of other people are promoting that. But if I promote it more, then I become Alienware's favorite child, and I've never been anyone's favorite child. I need this. Please help.